Welcome back to Tiny Blue Games. My name is, of course, Seesaw or Chris, and today we are playing some Final Fantasy XIV in 2022. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can, I guess, see Seesaw, TBG, the character, not me. If you can see me, I've set this up wrong, or you're doing something interesting. But yeah, let me know if you can hear me. We are gonna get started a bit early this morning. Just had everything ready to go, doing a surprise or unplanned stream, if you will. We see Northern in chat. Is there any dungeons you're running I can help? I can jump on. I'm not sure if I'm doing dungeons. I'm for sure going to do a bunch of the Dark Knight story quests because I am like super behind. So if we have time, we'll get to dungeons, but we're going to do some of that first. Karaman's here. Hello, how are you? I'm doing well. I'm doing super well. It's a Saturday morning. It's hard to do poorly on a Saturday morning. How are you doing, Karaman? Sounds good. Excellent. So you can hear me. Northern, you can hear me. All right, people are checking in. They can hear me. We have Dekire. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry about names. Sounds good. Looks good. Glad to have you here. Farrell, good morning. Good morning. Hopefully we have a few people join. Yeah, it's always interesting doing the unplanned stream or the surprise stream because the benefit is that the notifications from Discord and YouTube actually go out when it's happening, so you get a few more people kind of jumping in right away. The downside is that it's not pre-planned, so it's not based on people's availability. People could be sleeping, who knows? But it's good. Carmen says, oh yes, the Dark Knight story is very good. Yes. And we are super behind. So we've gotten the Dark Knight to level 54. And I don't know if this will tell me the level of my story quest. Yeah, so I've got a level 35 story quest for the Dark Knight. So we are a fair bit behind. It's been a really long time since I've done the Dark Knight story as well. So I'm kind of hoping to actually use the inn to see if I can watch one of the past cutscenes just to remember what happened. Because this is one of my... I enjoy using this for different assets. Oh, there's a special update. This tells you how long it's been since I've been to an inn. You may now try on gear from the online store via dream fitting feature. That's kind of cool. All right. But let's see if there's any story quests we can do through here just to kind of catch up. Side quests. Wait, is it side quests? Or is there an actual job quest area? Class and job quest. Gosh, what? I don't know what this is. Discipline of magic. That's going to be hand and land. Is it at war? Maybe I don't have it yet. Well, these ones have like lower level ones. Role quest? No, that's for like later. We'll find it, don't you worry. Okay, so we've got Summoner and Scholar. Dark Knight, there it is, right? Our end. This must be the one that kind of kicked it off, I think. Discipline of War, yeah, okay, so thank you, Karaman, for watching over me. So we're gonna watch this real quick just to kind of maybe catch up on a few things, and then we're gonna dive into the quests. Oh yes, the person in Ishgard, I remember this. That's more than far enough for charity. They'll take care of the rest. And mayhap sooner rather than later. Come on. I like how different we look now. We used to be all dressed up in like our Heavensward armor. And now we're clearly straight out of Stormblood. I like her face. Oh yeah. The glowing... Is this it? Is this all that awaits? No. No more. Enough! Open your eyes. Look. Do you see now? Do you see? Seesaw. Seesaw. So we were definitely possessed by this this job stone thing. I've been waiting for you to open your eyes. Well, good. Carmen says, it's a job, not a class. Class is just the 2.0 pre-job roles like Conjurer as opposed to me. Okay. I mean, it becomes more confusing because I sometimes use the term class and job interchangeably just because of playing other MMOs. So I don't learn from me, kids. Don't learn. But thank you for the clarification. I do appreciate it. But we found it. We found the right one. Northern says, if you haven't done any of the DRK job quests, you can do them all in today's stream. It looks like we definitely have some sort of spam going on in chat. Let me see if I can do something about this. Give me a moment. All right, we're don't worry. They are getting removed. All right. I apologize for that. Northern says, if you haven't done any of the DRK jobs quest yet, you'll do them all in today's stream up to the level your current level. Yeah. So that's kind of my hope, just to catch up, because I just keep logging in and doing PvP or something to level, and I haven't at all done any job quests. So I feel like that'll help. Northern says, spam. That's a first. Yeah. I wonder if that means like I was popular enough today with like the notification going out that I was able to draw on the spammers. Like maybe it's a good sign. Who knows? But yeah, luckily it wasn't actually too hard to deal with. I just had to go and hide them. So I think that should work. We'll see. You all right? You were moaning in your sleep and sweating buckets besides. Name's Frey, by the way, and no, I'm not a heretic. Try convincing a temple knight drunk on authority of that, eh? Same, the pompous arse got the better of me. But how about you? You touched it, yes? That couldn't have felt good. I like how he was just kind of waiting for someone to get like messed up by the jobstone. A voice, eh? And a rather distressed one besides. Please, someone, anyone. Not so fast. You need to talk about what's happening to you, or we need to talk about what's happening. What's growing oh my God, what's growing within you before we can get carried away. Yeah, we're definitely possessed. There's a darkness within all of us. Nothing dangerous, mind. In fact, it's quite healthy. But the crystal changes you. It gives you the power to channel it. Oh my goodness. Do it without proper training, however, and, well, it might hurt. I don't know if I would, like, flat out trust this person. So go ahead. Ask me to teach you. Ask me to instruct you in the ways of the Dark Knights, and I will. There we go. Well, I think that at least gives us a bit of stuff. I think we did like a quest, like where we did go and defend the person who was crying for help or something like that, if I remember correctly. But we do remember Frey now, which is good. So it was good to do that. Where did we go? We go to Ishgard, believe it or not. And it's been so long since I've been to Ishgard. We're going to Ishgard. I didn't mention this at the start, but we'll be doing kind of a 90-minute stream as well. We might go a little bit longer since we started a little bit early, since I was ready to go. So like 90 minutes from now-ish, I guess, if that helps. Prepare people. Voice, the voice in the abyss. I'm going to guess this has to do more with that voice we heard. Oh, the music in this town is just so nice. Does Frey just hang out here? I guess he's not on the ground anymore, so that's something. Ooh, grants 5 stacks of blood weapon. Each stack restoring MP upon landing a weapon skill. Okay, blood weapon. Well, let's see. I hope it makes my weapon cool. I had a feeling you'd come by tonight. It's wild that you knew, because I haven't been here in forever. And sure enough, there you are, eager to pick up where we left off. Let's start with a quest then. You must be burning with several after that last affair. Or did I say a question? He said a question. Let's start with a question. This makes much more sense. What will you ask? What was the voice I heard? Why were you detained by the Inquisition? What became of the old woman and her granddaughter? I'm going to do the voice one because that's what I remember the most. Ah, yes, the voice. The one you heard when you first touched the crystal. An excellent question, but a difficult one to answer. Some say it's a beacon, guiding the dark night to its true calling. Whose is it, you ask? Only you can discover that, for each night must hearken to a different voice. As you grow more accustomed to drawing upon your dark side, you will come to hear it more clearly. Communication with will hasten this process, but we dare not conduct the rites here under the watchful eye of the Holy See. We will make for the southern Thalen, for little amigo. All right, sounds good. Fair enough. Northern says, out of all the job crystals, I think the Dark Knight is the only one that talks to you. That is cool. I guess you only got to ask one question, eh? Because, like, he left after that. Unless maybe if you ask the other two, it'd still let you ask the voice one, because the quest is so related to it. Let's head on over. This is good. I've been putting off these quests for so long. I was like, let's just do a stream about it. If you are someone who's new to Final Fantasy, you might want to avoid the job quest, like watching this, just to not get spoiled. But you can say that about most of my streams, since they're mostly about story stuff. So, you know, if you're here, you know why you're here. And most people who watch me are actually veterans of the game, which I appreciate because they help. I've also got a coffee beside me in case you hear me sipping at something. That's what's going on. I'm trying to soothe the morning seesaw voice, not make it too raspy. It was spooky. I heard footsteps behind me. Frey, punctual as ever, I see. Communication, lest you worry, is rather simple. It is a ritual in which one nurtures the darkness within so that he may channel it more effectively in battle. Do not, however, presume the risk to be any less than before. Should you partake of it in excess, you will die. Oh my goodness. Or worse. So before we begin, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to kill something for me. Oh my god. Something feral, something fearsome, which will push you to your limits. I want you to thrive in that moment. That way, I will know you are ready. Ask Gundable Lad. He should know a suitable creature. All right. Out this way, it looks like. Karaman says, this is actually probably a good thing. This is a really nice quest line, and doing it in one go may be more impactful. Well, that's nice. Yeah, let's just say I planned it out this way. Let's go with that, Karaman. Gundabald. It's an interesting name. A pleasure. You see again. Pleasure to see you again, Seaside. Do you require assistance? The reading's going to be off this morning. I can feel it. Training. Well, if you seek dangerous beasts for that purpose, then. The Red Labyrinth is home to Pistis? Notorious? Pistis? Pistis? What's a Pistis? All right. Seesaw's knowledge is limited. Notorious for their size and vigor. We're going to find out, I'm sure. Our trappers take great pains to avoid their nests. I'm going to guess like a bird of some sort. And those who do not bear scars for their folly. I pity the man who dies without scars. But these Pistis sound promising. Tell me more. They've attacked caravans loaded with Aldgoat carcasses before. The smell drives them into a frenzy. This should serve to draw them out of hiding. Did he just hand us a carcass? From his pocket? Seesaw, I'll always be grateful for what you did. Those young ones were on the verge of making a terrible mistake. So consumed with anger were they. I hesitate to act, even though I saw it burning within them. I'm trying to remember what this was. As I see it burning within you now, you seek the darkness within. I will not claim to understand your meaning, but I wish you well in your training. Let's go. I pronounce it like pasties. No idea if that's right. All right, well, at least other people have questioned it before. Where are we going? Is it in this area? I think we can actually fly here. We sure can. Is this the sky or is this a cave? This is a cave. Can we get out through here? Wow, we can. Nice. Let's go this way. Oh, can't fly any higher. It is nice to be in a map where I can fly again. All right. The voice inside the red labyrinth. Doesn't look that red yet. I'm gonna guess it's inside there, though. Hello, Frey. Ah, they're close. I can feel their eyes upon us. Well, we're here. Show me who you are, Seesaw. Show me what you can do. I'm waiting. All right. Now, do I remember how to use my skills is like the next big question. So these would be our AoE skills. All right. Wait, what? I was just expecting to click on it. I'm going to guess this. Yeah, okay. All right, let me go over here. Now, see, this is what I was expecting from the first spot. All right, let's see what these... Oh, it's not a bird. I was super wrong. Oh, these are the ones that like try and... Oh, you have to look away. There we go. Not too bad. Zap. What are my reduced damage taken? Got an interrupt. Probably just do the combos, really. I'll have to learn this. It's good that I'm not going into a dungeon. God, I love the like look of the meters for the Dark Knight, though. Very cool. That wasn't so hard, was it? To mete out justice, to protect the weak from the strong, and so forth. You yourself must be strong. Strength is pain. Strength is suffering. Strength is sacrifice. We must prepare for communion, but not here. Come, before more pesties are drawn by the smell. All right. Where are we off to? We're going back? Okay. I feel like we could just like, I don't know, I have to move all the way back to do this. Karamaran says, I believe he's referencing part of 2.0 story where some of the youth here tried to ally with Amalaja, who summoned Ifrit to try and fight the Garleans. Okay, interesting. I feel like this is how I would be in real life as well. Like if I was the Warrior of Light and I had been like traveling for like 3 years, like doing all these big heroic acts, and then I came upon someone that I like helped like 3 years ago, I'd be like, of course I remember doing this for you. Ha 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 ha. You're so welcome. That would exactly be who I am, unfortunately. Farrell says, I always pronounce it the same, like Pistes. Okay, Pistes. This is good. This is good. You look ready. Good. Now listen well. Close your eyes and hold out your hands towards me. Breathe deep through your nose. Let the air fill your lungs. Let it pass from your lips, slower, slower. Listen to my voice. Listen to your heartbeat. Listen for the other. Spooky. We're doing it? Oh, we're tuning. With every breath, you grow lighter and slip further into the abyss. Oh no. Spooky piano music. One foot in front of the other, over and over again. To the ends of the world and back again. And if time has no end, still forward and onward, over and over again. So, what did you hear? Interesting, but not terribly informative. But do not lose heart. That you were able to hear it once more is progress enough. I believe you will come to understand its words, and its will. I don't know if I like this voice in due time. I should mention that in some instances, the voice is said to be that of another, one whom the dark night is fated to seek out. If that is the case, you may have a long journey ahead of you. Interesting. So, you welcome such a journey? There is something to be said for it, and for travel, for that matter, to roam free and help those in need. Oh, Patrick, it's so dark up in here. It sure is. Welcome to the stream, Patrick. Great to have you here. Yet, no good deed goes unpunished, does it? I knew a man once, wanted to be a hero, do great things, and so he did. The songs always end there, but life doesn't, does it? There are temptations more deadly than the dark sides you saw. You should have learned this by now, but you haven't. You will. I want to see him without his mask. The communion is ended, and with it our time together, but we shall meet again, as we did before. Look at that, new skill. Wow. Oh, one thing I've been meaning to ask. So I know that there is a bunch of skills I don't have in PvE because I haven't done these job quests. Does this also impact PvP? Like, will unlocking some of these skills give me new abilities in PvP? Or is PvP completely different in terms of, like, does it just give you all the abilities you're going to have right away whenever you queue in, like, you know, have the different action bar? That's my question. Someone answer me. And Kalada says, oi, or hoi. Hoi to you as well. It's nice to have you. Welcome to the stream. Omega says, no, not for PvP. No, I don't think it will have any effect on PvP. PvP is separate. PvP is a whole other skill set, and you get them all as long as you enter PvP at there. Okay, cool. Well, the fact that you all agree on the same thing. Oh yeah, DRK confirms as well. I'm going to say that's the truth, since you all just said the same thing. So I haven't been being bad by queuing at 40 or 54 with, like, not all of my abilities for PvP. I would have had everything I'm going to have. So that's good to know. That's good to know. Because I felt like I was going to make some enemies that way, you know? But no, that's good. Because I've been doing a lot of front lines to level. That's, like, if I have 20 minutes, you know, after work or something to get a quick level in the Dark Knight, it's a front line. That's, like, in terms of how much you get for how long it is, it's ridiculous. And luckily you don't even have to win because I have not done well. I don't know if I'm, like, I feel like I can't single-handedly bring down the whole team, but it feels that way. It certainly feels that way. God, the music here, right? All right, we got another skill too. What's this? Edge of Darkness deals unaccepted damage with a potency of 300. Additional effects grants dark side, increasing damage dealt by 10%. That's kind of cool. Duration 30 seconds. extends dark side duration by 30 seconds to a maximum. So you can kind of keep stacking it. Is that kind of the deal? Patrick says PvP does get you a good PvE experience. Yeah, it seems really good. You look well, Seesaw. More determined. You've not heard the voice since last we spoke. I know, but worry not. If your affinity with your dark side is as strong as I believe, then communion is all you require. Come with me to the burning wall. You know what you must do. He's got such a way of talking to himself. It's spooky. Stephen Watt says, I made it. Good morning, Seesaw. Good morning, Stephen. I'm so happy you're able to join us. It seems like we got quite a few people here. I swear. Oh, look it. And we have Iced Bun stalking us. I love it. I love it that you show up eventually. I just see you in the interesting positions. So funny. But no, it's great to have you, Stephen. I'm glad so many people were able to join this morning. Where are we off to, though? We're going to Thalands. Can we teleport here? We sure can. Northern says, also Seesaw, it might be good to add another hotbar on your screen as you get more skills. Oh, is there a lot of skills for Dark Knight? Or do you mean just because I'm going to be going like into higher levels? I assume like, you know, since I've only been to like level 70, like as I go from 70 to 80, there's even more skills for every job. And then it's to 90 for Endwalker? Is that how far it went up? Lennox says 10 front lines win with McKay title active and you get a free gyro mount. That's pretty cool. I did not know that. Where are we off to? This direction. On our flying camel. The best way to roam. Patrick says, I do miss Scholar Seesaw. Scholar Seesaw was good. I do miss... Am I going the right way? Actually, just before we... Yeah, I'm going the right way. I enjoyed the Scholar as well. And we'll do some more Scholar stuff. Specifically, when I continue the series of going back and doing some of the Realm Reborn content, but on harder difficulties, I'm going to try and do most of those in the Scholar job. It's been a while since I've done one of those because I've just been very interested in A, finishing Stormblood, and B, preparing for Shadowbringers. You know, it's hard when you get hooked into the story. It's hard not to want to just push it. But we'll do some more soon. I think I have to go up. I remember this place. This place is horrible if you can't fly. It is absolutely the worst. Hello, Frey. Karamaran says, I think 4 should be enough. I have a bunch around the side of my screen with a whole bunch of non-job related stuff. Good. I really do like how I've set things up with the 4 here. I remember like how it used to be set up, and that like this is very compact and nice, which is good. Northern says yes, 90 is new for the 90 for Endwalker. Yeah, okay. Interesting. So it's always been 10. I wonder if they'll like change that at some point, or if they'll just keep doing it. Because I mean, eventually they'll end up in the same kind of issue that World of Warcraft had, where it's such a journey for a new player. And I'd even say it's almost more of a thing in Final Fantasy because of how long it takes to go through the MSQ. But I guess like, well, they're already kind of pruning some of the MSQ from like the earlier parts. I don't know. It's a delicate balance, because I guess why would you play Final Fantasy if you didn't want to go through a very detailed story? But also, like, some people do like playing the game just for the PvE content and like the encounters and stuff like that. And but I guess they could skip it. I don't know. It's such a difficult thing to answer. The question here being like, you know, if they would ever reduce increasing it by 10 each time, but even more than that, like squish the levels or the content. It's tough. It's tough in MMOs, and I don't know if there's a proper way to do it or not. I think, you know, it feels great, especially if you're someone who is already endgame, like max level. You want to get you know, a full 10 levels and have it be quite the journey to go to the next part. But it can be quite daunting for someone who's just joining the game. Patrick says, oh wait, where was I? Steven says, I got in some PvP before bed last night and went from Silver 3 to Diamond 5 as a pally. It's so easy to get sucked into the fun Crystal Conflict. I've been doing some Crystal Conflict. I did, well, you saw my video. I haven't done the ranked one though, so I should try that because I am someone who chases the rank when I get into it. I'm just concerned I'm going to get way too focused on it and then not do any of the stuff I should be doing. Northern says, if you can remember back to the interview stream we did, you probably noticed how my hotbars was set up. Yes, I did actually see that. I mean, I'll eventually change it. I'm going to keep it like this until it'll probably be once I run out of buttons. That's when I'll have to start thinking about stuff. Patrick says, I really hope the next expansion after Endwalker stops at 99. Oh, that'd be cool. Linux says, they plan to remake 7.0, a new launching point for the new players. Oh, that's cool. And sorry, so it's 7.0, is that the expansion after Endwalker? So they're planning on releasing it in the next expansion, like a new starting point? It'd be interesting to see what that's like. Patrick says, I also kind of hope that 99 is last level and progression beyond it is not through levels. Guild Wars 2 stopping at 80 was genius. Okay, I'm someone who I like vertical progression. I've made that very clear in some of my videos. For instance, leveling in Guild Wars 2 is really fun, and I kind of wish there was more of it. Although I do get it. I think it would be hard for Final Fantasy to all of a sudden stop progressing levels because it's very much laid out to be a vertical progression game, and to stop it would mean, you know, it would be a big shift for people who like it, who have been playing it. Similarly, I'm someone who sometimes says, oh, Guild Wars 2 should increase the level cap or something like that. And at my core, I understand that Guild Wars 2 was designed to be a horizontal progression and not do that. And because of that, I play Guild Wars 2 for different reasons and play vertical progression games on the side. So I think it's hard to switch once you've decided. But it is an interesting question. Now, you could stop the level and still have progression through different systems. Guild Wars 2 obviously has the mastery system and stuff like that. To me, you know, although I enjoy the mastery system, I still, it doesn't feel the character strength. Like, the best part for leveling for me is, you know, having your one or two abilities when you're starting and getting all these new skills as you level up and just seeing your character really progress. And I do enjoy that. So, I don't know. But I get your point, Patrick. I for sure do. I definitely, I see the appeal of horizontal progression games. I just think it'd be hard to switch it after having it be like this for so long. All right, let's let's do the quest. Frey, it begins, as always, with blood, a confirmation of your identity. There are axe beaks here which have grown ferocious. This one's going to be a bird. Beyond reckoning, vile creatures eager to prey on man and beast alike. Offer yourself to them, they will come. They then make an offering of them to me. Interesting. Karamaran says, yeah, 7.0 would be the next expansion. I'd not heard that, but I'm interested to see what they do. They definitely can't keep just adding more abilities, though. They're about the maximum for sensible numbers of buttons at the moment. Yeah, that's also a part of it. And I think some of it, like these are all issues that WoW has had to deal with. And we can all agree that some decisions they've made have been not as good as others. So it'll be interesting to see if Final Fantasy does, similar things or does things very different. Where's this quest? Was it right beside me? Oh, it was right beside me. Icebun probably watched the whole thing unfold here. I was like, where are you going, man? Oh, no. Oh, look at these things. Silver axe. We could do some AoE stuff here anyways. Oh, I have my new skill. Did I even... I did. What's the new 6? Oh, it does look nice. Now, I probably shouldn't do AoE because it's only 2 of them, right? My rule of thumb is 3 or more is AoE time. I assume that holds true with most classes. Ooh, we can get out of that, though. Gotcha. Well, that wasn't too bad, was it? Oh, we've got some more people who've got thoughts on this. Northern says, funny enough, Dark Knight is one job that has had many skills removed or changed. And that is interesting. Lennox says, I think they're testing the single button combos in PvP before they bring them to PvE. That should help with the button bloat. Oh, so you mean, yeah, because like there's like 3 buttons that you push in combo on a lot of classes. And if that can be one button, like, you know, there's not much of a change from pushing 1, 2, 3 versus pushing the one button like 1, 2, 3 times. That would be interesting. I wonder how people would feel about that. But like, that is a way to collapse things, right? I mean, Guild Wars 2 kind of does that too, because a lot of your first abilities on Guild Wars 2, like in the number 1 slot on your action bar, they have a chain as well. And it's even like it's set in the, you know, in the skill. First hit will do this, second hit does this, third hit does this. Like they do that in Guild Wars 2 as well. Farrell says, Final Fantasy has always stopped their leveling at 99, haven't they? At least that's what I'm familiar with in Final Fantasy 7, 8. Oh, so that's why you guys are all saying 99 is when it should stop. So no idea what they'll do for future expansions. Very interesting. So all of the other games have stopped that. But you didn't mention Final Fantasy 11. What did they? Because that was the other one that was an MMO, wasn't it? What did they do in Final Fantasy 11? Like, obviously, what they did in a past game doesn't have to reflect what they do in a future game, but it'd be interesting to hear. Linux says they could always do a level squish like WoW did. Yeah, and I don't know, it's hard. Because I do like parts of the WoW level squish. For instance, I'm someone who appreciates smaller numbers. Like, once numbers start to get really high, like damage numbers I'm talking here, I start to lose appreciation of like increases in strength. Whereas, you know, when you're first starting out and you're hitting 10s and then all of a sudden you're hitting like 15s or 20s, like you feel that. Versus, you know, 1 million and then 2 million or like something like I lose some of that. So I don't know. Caramaran says, tanks are a little different. You often want to use some AoE to aggro even if it's slightly lower DPS, then maybe move to single target for higher DPS once you've got them all on you. Okay, but I assume that's more for, like, obviously dungeons and stuff. Out in the world, I don't need to worry about aggro as much, but that is good to know for dungeons. Final Fantasy 11 is capped at 99 as well. Okay, so that's interesting. So, and is that where the game ended? Like, I actually don't know. I assume Final Fantasy 11 isn't actively like getting new content now, but I could be wrong about that. I know very little about the game. Now that is the seesaw I've longed to see. You resent this, don't you? This pointless trial. I mean, this happens with a lot of job quests, Prey. Perhaps you even resent me for subjecting you to it. Remember this feeling, treasure it. I want it smoldering within you when we commune in Camp Drybone. Oh, we're going to go talk to the voice again, are we? So he kind of gets us all riled up, and then we go and talk to the voice. That's kind of cool. Caramaran says, yeah, that's for when you're tanking for people. You're right. It doesn't really matter outside in the open world. I added words to your response, I know. Linux says Final Fantasy 11 has horizontal progression after 99. So they actually did do it then. They went vertical and then they switched. So maybe there is room for that. Yeah, it capped at 99, but they continued to increase item level. Oh, so they increased item level. So they still did vertical progression. Just the actual character level was capped. It's interesting. And you know what? That might work for me because, sorry, I heard my voice getting raspy. Need to do some coffee. My issue with Guild Wars 2 is that none of it's vertical progression. And once again, I understand that's how the game's designed, and I enjoy playing it still because it allows me to come back and enjoy things without having to grind stuff out. But as my primary MMO, I like having these vertical progressions. You know, some sort of carrot on a stick to chase, which I know people are don't like as well, but I enjoy it. So maybe if like the level stopped going up, but you could still get higher item level gear, that would scratch that itch. It's very interesting. Like, this is one of the main reasons I like playing Guild Wars 2 and Final Fantasy 14, is that I think they're very different, right? They're very distinctly different. Guild Wars 2 has great open world, action combat, and horizontal progression. Final Fantasy 14 has a great instant story, or story chains, like story quests, has tab targeting combat, great PvE content, and maybe not as good open world content. Like they really fit together very well. I think that I'm working on a video that's about, you know, these two games are the two games you should play together. They're the peanut butter and jelly sandwich of MMOs in a lot of ways. So we'll see if I actually find a way to talk about that. But that's a video that's in progress. It might come out next weekend. No promises. Close your eyes and hold out your hand towards me. Breathe deep through your nose. Let the air fill your lungs. Then let it pass from your lips. Slower, slower. Oh man, he's like just hypnotizing us. Caraman says Final Fantasy is still going. They do bits and pieces. Oh, Final Fantasy 11 is still going. They do bits and pieces, but I stopped paying attention to it about a decade ago. It's cool that they're still like actually adding stuff to it every so often. Speaking of Final Fantasy 11, there's an event for it this month in Final Fantasy 14. Interesting. I'll be the first to say I've dropped the ball on some of the last few events that have come through the game. I've been like, oh, I should do that, and then I have not. It's some of it, you know, some of it has been. It's mostly been that I've been busy. I'm sorry. My here comes the seesaw raspy voice from the morning. I've been very busy with work the last couple. I was gonna say weeks, but it's almost been like a month now, which has been unfortunate. But yeah, I just haven't had much time to jump in to like some of the like when I do play Final Fantasy, I try to make it like very focused on stuff I want to get done for sure, like leveling and doing the story and progressing things. If I have extra time, that's often when I'll do events in games, and I just haven't had that, unfortunately. Karamarin says it's a nice little story which gives you some decent glam. Yeah, they're always good. They give you great glamour pieces. Like that's where you get like a lot of the coolest things. Specifically my car from that event that you guys all were like, Seesaw, don't miss this. Frey says, listen to my voice. Listen to your heartbeat. Listen for the other. Thank the 12. It is you, Seesaw. Isambard, remember? It must have been ages since we last spoke. To think that you would end up slaying the Lord of the Inferno when you first came through looking for missing common folk. I took you for a... but this isn't the time to reminisce. I sought you out because I need your help. Do tell. Not long ago, an Amalja raiding party attacked a caravan on the road and abducted several pilgrims. We reported the incident to both the Brass Blades and the Immortal Flames, but it seems neither is in a position to muster forces at present. You know what lies in store should they not be rescued soon. Please, Seesaw, there is no one else. I like how I consider it, like, am I going to do this? Really? Charge into an enemy encampment filled of Amaja warriors and free some fools who should have armed themselves? Risk life and limb to do work for a dozen men, all because you're bloody asked? Is that it? That's what we do. I like how he's like challenging like the hero role that we often play in like MMOs. It's very interesting. But that's what we do, isn't it? Every god's time. Fine, we'll bring them back. I like Frey. Thank you. They were bound for the encampment to the southeast. Then so are we. Do. All right, where are we off to? This away. I like the random mount button. Wow, this lighting is really nice. Whee! This is great. I've got like a quest complete over here. Interesting. Northern says speaking. Oh, we've already read that. I'm all caught up on chat. Excellent. It's been a good conversation today. I've actually really enjoy. I mean, I always enjoy talking about MMOs and comparing them. That's like one of my favorite things. Frey says, the nerve of some people, after all you do for them. They're inside, just as Imber said, mere moments away from being tempered, I'm sure. Well, what are you waiting for? It's time to play hero. Let's do it. Let's play hero. Is Frey gonna help us? There you go, not bad. There's no benefit to having my grid ability active like when I'm just fighting, is there? Like it only just increases my aggro. Like there's no reason just to have it on, I don't think. I do like the AoE attack that I have. I think it's one of my favorite ones. It's just like a nice circle. Like it makes a lot of sense. God bless you, adventurer. All right. Seemed like a pretty easy challenge. I'm not gonna lie. Is this all? No, there must be more. Defend the pilgrims. Okay. Oh yeah. I mean, this might be a time where having it active would help, actually, as I'm trying to get there. All right, well, we'll toss it on now. Come on, friends. Nothing like a good... Oh, my God. Escort quest to get... Hello? Like, you were saved, like, years ago. Oh, my God. I like just seeing the little Lalafell like swinging this huge sword. Oh my god. This is the classic escort quest where you have to wait every like second that they stop. Oh my god, there's one last pact. Just ridiculous. All right, there we go. Hello? Oh my god. We did it! Wait, do we just have to run out here, or where do we go now? I don't know, we have to fight more of them? Alright, I could do that. Zoop. I feel pretty powerful. Like I feel like it's because I'm fighting level 40 monsters, but I like how little damage they do to me. Finally, let's go. Well, which way are we going? All right, we're going. We just have to go back and okay, we did it. We did it. What the heck's this? What did I come out to see here? I feel like this isn't for me, but I'm gonna join the party. Look at this. They're all in the guild. Oh no, they're not all in the guild pants. One person is. I don't know what this is. What have I stumbled upon? Northern says, depends. Grid is your tank stance. Yeah, grid is just for aggro. Sometimes you want it off to let other tank take over, but if you're in a group or duty, you want to keep it on to keep things off other players. So in dungeons, have it on. Northern says also arm's length is only for knockbacks and pull-ins. Yeah, I don't know. I accidentally pushed it when I was like, I should probably move it somewhere else. Let's put it up here for now. JTP40 says, no, you can use arm's length as a cooldown for trash packs. What does it do then? Slow. Plus 20% when barriers struck. Creates a nullifying... Creates a barrier, nullifying most knockbacks and draw-on effects. So it just protects you from being moved around kind of thing. Cameron says, arm's length is also a decent mitigation, i.e. take less damage button against packs of mobs as it slows them when they hit you. Oh, so like if you're running... Like this is what you could use if you're doing one of those sort of pulls in dungeons where they aggro a bunch of groups and then do a big pull together. Like you could use that while you're running kind of thing. Farrell says, does arm's length not apply slow to the attackers anymore, Northern? Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, so like that's when it... Okay, well, it's good to know. I'll put it there for now. We'll see if I remember to use it. I have no idea what this dance party is about, but there we go. Just didn't know when to leave off, did they? Neither did you, eh? I mean, look at yourself. Most of that's not even your blood. The Lalafell emotions with this storyline is going to be hilarious. Leave it. You're nothing. You have nothing to be ashamed of. Let's go give Isambard the good news. All right, let's head it over. I like the birds. JTP40 says, yeah, it'll actually slow down attackers. Northern says, and yes, Farrell, it does. Well, look at that. I'm learning about skills. This is perfect, actually. Getting all the knowledge about the job. It's kind of a more chill stream where we can talk a bit more, which is lovely. I mean, I'm still trying to get through quests, but wait, this is not. This is going to lead me on a whole different chase. We don't want that. We don't want distractions. Where is... Or was it there? No, there's Isambard right here. I'm sure that you're... All right. Okay. Where... Oh, Frey. Those who have never faced death do not sculp to condemn others to it. Or scruple to condemn others to it, sorry. They know nothing of true sacrifice and are weak for their ignorance. In sacrifice, there is strength. In sacrifice, there's liberation. Close your eyes and hold out your hand towards me. Breathe deep through your nose. Let the air fill your lungs. Let it pass from your lips. Slower, slower. God, I like how he just puts us into a trance like that. It's so cool. Do I talk to him again? Yeah, now we're tuning. Here we go. With every breath, you grow lighter and slip further into the abyss. Da-na-na. This always makes me think that Ascians are like watching us. That's the piano theme in my mind. On a throne of bone he waits. Serve, save, slave, slay. They come, entreat this judgment. Serve, save, slave, slay, one by one in solemn procession. Super spell. I assume eventually we find out who's talking to us, which would be very cool. So, what did you hear this time? And there I was thinking you were on the verge of discerning the truth. Your affinity with the darkness grows stronger by the day, and yet there is a hesitation. Listen to me, Seesaw. You've performed great deeds and saved countless people. You are a hero to the realm, but you are no Dark Knight. A Dark Knight accepts that he cannot save everyone, that sometimes he is fortunate just to save himself. Sacrifice, Seesaw, is to renounce that which binds you, to recognize that which matters, and forsaken all that does not. At the very least, you must realize that you cannot continue to carry all of these burdens unless you wish to die a slave. I'm fine, just a little tired. The communion has ended, and with it, our time together, but we shall meet again as we did before. Wow. All right, new skill. What's this one do again? Deals damage with a potency of 300, grants dark sight. Is this a skill that I'd like to start combat with, if that makes sense? It's X. That's my stun. Although I don't know if let's put it on, yeah, up here for now. See. Try and remember to use it. Farrell says, yeah, Chris, you'll definitely find out which is pretty cool. Oh, that's awesome. So you do find out who's the voice. Is it a character that we know? I mean, you shouldn't spoil it, but I just want to know. Breno says, good afternoon. Hope you're having a good day. I'm having a great day, Breno. I hope you're having a good day as well. Yeah, it's always a nice day when I can start doing some streaming, waking up lazy, you know? I mean, I get up at 9 in the morning to prepare for the 10 a.m. stream if I'm going to do a stream. So it's a pretty chill Saturday morning, which is lovely. But yeah, I'm having a great day. I hope you're having a good one too. Thanks for stopping in. We're going to Ishgard again, believe it or not. Farrell says, all I'll say is you'll know them when you see them. Tricky. Oh, I can't mount here. I always forget that. I always go play a different MMO, usually Guild Wars 2, where I mounted the whole time. And then I come here and I'm like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hello, Frey. Which level are we on now? We're 45. We're getting there. Karamarin says, so Darkside is basically a self buff you want to keep on all of the time to increase your DPS. The ability that turns it the ability that turns it on is also a big hit off your global it's off the global cooldown. Okay, so you're weaving this in to make sure it never drops off, whatever this buff is. Blood and Edge of Darkness is your damage up, so make sure you can use them when you can. Bruno says, I'm indeed having a good day. Just got back to Final Fantasy XIV because of Dragon Song's Reprise after being away for about 2 years. Wow. Well, welcome back. What have you been playing for the last 2 years? Did you go play a different MMO, or have you just been off doing other stuff? But yeah, welcome back. Declaration of Blood. I'm beginning to question your commitment, Seesaw. You haven't heard the voice since our last communion, which means you haven't taken my lessons to heart. You know I'm trying to help you, don't you? All of this, for your benefit. You listen, but you don't understand. Da-da-da. Never mind. You're the stubborn type, I know that. We'll just have to keep at it until you open your eyes. Morabay Dry Docks. That's where we'll head next. All right, let's get at it. Right there. Karamarin says, welcome back, Breno. You have some excellent plot to catch up on. Da-da-do. Let's roll. I do like that this job quest is taking us like everywhere. Hello, Frey. I like the name. It's good. Never much cared for the ocean myself. That friend of mine, the one I told you about after our first communion, he came out here together once, or we came out here together once. Long story short, we ended up doing something ridiculously foolish, and we were lucky to make it out alive. I tried to talk him out of it, but he just had to get on that damn boat. Don't be like that, friend. Isn't the maelstrom supposed to aid the small folk when they're in a spot of trouble? Sterolona. So far as it is possible, yes, but such matters fall within the purview of the Yellow Jackets. And Breno says, I've been playing other games recently, tactic games like Final Fantasy Tactics, Triangle Strategy, and Fire Emblem. Cameron says, it's almost like a tour of places you've been to help people out in IR. It's almost like that. I feel like it's exactly like that, Cameron. But no, that's awesome, Bruno. I'm glad you've had headed back to this game. It's awesome that you've been playing some other games. I'm definitely someone who rarely plays other games. Like if I'm just playing a game, it's almost always an MMO. With others, like I'll join them. For instance, I've been doing some of that new the Halo game, Halo Infinity, I think, with a couple friends who actually play on their Xbox, but you're able to connect with PC, which is kind of nice. So I've been able to do that. And then just playing other games like a lot of my friends like shooter games, which I'm questionable at best at shooter games. So Rainbow Six Siege I've played a bit as well. I am real bad at it. Anything with friendly fire is definitely not something I should play. It's just it's a dangerous time. And then of course other MMOs. So I play Final Fantasy a lot, Guild Wars 2 a lot. Did play Shadowlands for a while until I got tired of it. Probably going to play a bit of World of Warcraft Classic, Wrath of the Lich King when it comes out, because Wrath is when I started the game. So it's definitely going to be rose tinted, nostalgia dose fun, which I think it's good. It'll be short lived, which is I think important to understand when going into any of those situations. Like it just is. And I know some people wouldn't even want to do stuff like that, like that's just short lived, just for nostalgia purposes. But I often do that. Like with MapleStory, I'll often play certain older servers that are still around that you can get onto for that nostalgia purpose as well. All right, so back to the quest though, eh? And they told me to bugger off. Can you believe that? I'm begging you, Sergeant. I wonder if we're gonna help someone. Wait, is that you, Corporal TBG? Or a corporal? It is. The legend himself. Forgive me, sir. I've never thanked you properly for your service to Limsa Laminza. When I first heard Leviathan had been summoned, I feared that... Why, if it isn't the famous adventurer who's been killing primals left and right? Truly the 12 must be watching over me, because you're just the man I need. Sniff snob. I'm a victim of a terrible, nay, heinous crime. I was waylaid. Do you like this voice? By the Kirin bandits near the Salt Strand, who left me with not more than the clothes on my back. And what makes you think I give a Quirin's arse about your troubles? Go and bother the Yellow Jackets, like the sergeant said. I seek worthy prey, not gang rats. How can you say such a thing, sir? With your help, I'm ruined. Without your help, I'm ruined. Fine, I'll help. I like how our answers are becoming like darker too. Like we're not like, oh, it's what we have to do. We're, spoken like a true hero. So, the rank and file didn't seem so dangerous, but their leader was a mean looking. But considering the foes you faced in the past, he couldn't possibly pose a threat to you. Shut your mouth and wait here. I'll be back. Gosh, Freya's like savage. Where did Frey go? Hello? Oh, it's the sheep. I love the sheep so much. This is, of all the gifts I've been given for my stream privilege, the sheep is one of my favorites. Do. Bleh. Just runs away. If this Kikwirin isn't everything he promised, I'll take it out on his hide. Let's make the most of this, Seesaw. No style, no guile, just chaos. Mark your limit, then push yourself beyond. Let the darkness guide you and set you free. All right, let's do it. I like how these are kind of similar to like quests we do with other jobs, but it's like we're super bothered about doing them. Like it's just a different change in like a change in tone, right? Where are we off to? Slaughter the Quirin. Oh, okay. We're just killing these things? Guess so. Oh yeah, they're all coming for us. What did I have to use? Oh, V is the... There it is. Oh, so it's the bar down there, right? That, yeah. And it gets it up to 30. Let's put this on. Do. Oh, so the AoE attack also, Flood of Darkness also stacks onto that then, yeah? But it takes MP, so that's the thing. Like, you kind of want to use it when you can for MP purposes. Interesting, so you weave it in. Boo-doo. Look, like this one, they've got such weird faces, I think is my issue with it. It does do a nice little burst of damage though. We do it? Or is there more? Heh, tenacious. Right then, the goods. All right. There's nothing left here for... Oh, I think there's a boss coming. No, maybe? What happened to Frey? Haha, you did well. All that's left is to return the goods to their owner. Finish it. Finish what we started. Frey's an interesting dude. Do. Oh, we got the old dragon out. I love it. Karamarin says, yeah, Flood of Darkness puts the same buff up, but it's AoE. At this point, they are the only use you have to have for MP. So they're the only skills I can use for MP. I've just realized I don't think we're getting game sound. Only notice because I'm sat somewhere with very little sound. Oh, okay. Let me look into that. Let me just park beside the quest person, and we'll take a peek at the sound. See what I did. Game sound. You're very right. How's that? Game sound should be on now. Thank you for the tip, Karamarin. I guess it hasn't mattered since we haven't had any voice acted cutscenes. I've just been reading everything. Ah, it's you. Were you able to catch up with those bandits? I sure was. Yes, that seems to be mine, but... Limelon. Take me, I can't sell this. Everything's soaked through with Gurgan blood. What did you do? Carve one open and leave him to bleed all over the wares? I'm utterly ruined. Sir, I demand recompense for your reckless destruction of my property. My goodness. I love how much blood we get on us while doing this. Bruno says, are you reading the journal? I've heard the journal in the quest line has special information. I haven't read the journal yet, but I could for some additional details. I probably should at some point. I don't know. I make sure I read all of the dialogue, but the journal is probably something I should jump into. I respect the tip, Bruno. I'll think about it. I should do it. Kerman says, there we go, says Dekire, so the sound is coming through loud and clear. I'm a reasonable man, so I will acknowledge that you are not wholly responsible. 50% of the value should suffice. 50%? 50%? Yeah, Frey's not going to be happy about this. I slaughtered a gang of Gurgan bandits for this your precious good, and this is the thanks I receive? Your spineless sack of... Oh my goodness. I kill your enemies, I fetch your things, I do what you people can't or won't do yourselves. You're helpless, weak, all of you do is want and need. I should have left you all to drown in Leviathan's tidal wave. At least then I would have spared your constant bloody whining. Do not speak to me like to me of this again. Pray forgive me, my insolence, sir. Corporal TPG, sir, you have every right to be upset, but I think he understands, sir. Goodness. Where did Frey go? Over here. With one of those... Look at Iced Bun just watching me... Just always watch me from interesting locations. I do appreciate it. Where is Frey? I feel like he's gonna be like causing chaos somewhere. Oh, right there. Found you. We can't keep doing this, Seesaw. You must see now that it's what it's doing to us. What they're doing to us. These people. Never mind them. The voice is all that matters. We don't need them to become a Dark Knight. He deserved it. Every word. Oh my goodness. I'll do the top one there. Yes, you are right. You must hearken to its words and discover your true calling. You are close, Seesaw, so very, very close. I wish I could tell you. I wish I could make you see. But all I can do is guide you on your journey. Ugh, tell me more. Here we go, it's voice time. With every breath, you grow lighter and slip further into the abyss. Da-na-na-na. A chorus of voice cries out of our hero, and he comes. He smiles, he nods, he remains silent. But he too has a voice. I will be heard. Seesaw, TBG. You stand at the precipice, but do not fear the fall. Cast yourself into the abyss, and you shall soar above, free at last. There are other lands than these, Seesaw, lands where we are not known. Ask, and we shall quit this place forever. I'll just catch up on chat for a second. Breno says, I'm not saying the journal is important on the other quest, but I'm saying the journal is especially important on this. Oh, I see. So specifically the Dark Knight journal. Okay. I get what you're putting down. I'll take a look. Karaman says the gift of mounted flight is great for finding places to sit. Farrell says, hear, feel, think. Northern says, after this quest, the real good one starts and you'll get some cool job gear. Very nice. Then when we meet again, you will give us your answer. Oh, we didn't get anything from that quest? What a ripoff. No skills, no gear, no nothing. Alrighty. We do have the next one, which is what level? Is this 50? Yeah, 50. Getting close. This is the last one I'll be able to do at this level, I guess, isn't it? Got about half an hour left of the stream, so we'll see. Maybe we'll be even able to do like a frontline or something. Get a little bit of XP. Dun, dun, dun. What do we get from this? We get some armor, and we get Living Dead. Grants the effect of Living Dead. When HP is reduced to 0 while under the effect of Living Dead, instead of becoming KO'd, your status will change to Walking Dead. For 10 seconds, restore HP with every weapon skill successfully delivered on spellcast. While under the effect of Walking Dead, most attacks will not lower your HP below 1. If before Walking Dead timer runs out, an amount of HP totaling your maximum health is restored, the effect will change to Undead Rebirth. If the amount is not restored, you will be KO'd. Interesting. So this is like a very powerful defensive then. Like you could put it on and absorb, like first off, if you're about to die, put it on. Still take damage, and the healers have like 10 seconds to heal you up enough to revive you. That's really cool. I knew you'd come to your senses, Seesaw. Now let us go. All right, where are we going this time? I like how he's just like constantly in pain. If I ever see snow again, it'll be too soon. We should go somewhere warm, at least for a little while. Wait for me near the gates of judgment. When you are alone, call out, and I shall join you. All right, weird. A moment later, Frey departs, though in what direction you cannot seem to recall. With the chat mode in Say, use the keyboard and software keyboard to enter any phrase which includes Frey to attract his attention. Okay. Huh. That's interesting. Am I supposed to do it here or somewhere else? Somewhere else, over by the gates. Okay. Let's head there. Karamaran says, it used to give a skill, but they don't all do so after the various skills reworks that have happened over the expand. Oh, so it's like a skill that's been removed now, so it obviously won't give it to me. Cameron says you'll have 3 more available after this. I think they start at 50 and are 2 levels from there. If I remember, oh, okay, so it's not every 5 levels, so I'll have even more quests. I see. You can do the first 2 Heavensward Dark quests. Interesting. It's your press X to not die button. Each tank has one. Dark Knight has the worst until about 3 weeks ago. It's now pretty good. Okay. It's now pretty good. Does that mean it's still kind of the worst, but like it's been buffed? Oh, I can fly here too. Look at this. So this is where we're supposed to like, so enter the chat mode, in Say, use your keyboard or software keyboard to enter any phrase which includes Frey to get his attention. All right. So Say, yo, Frey, where where are you? Yo Frey. How about just Yo Frey? Oh, it just takes you somewhere. Alright. Wait, I know that voice. Seesaw, the hero of the Scions. Allow me to say what an honor it is to meet you, sir. I mean, by the Fury, the man who bested Shiva. Every knight under Lord Drillmont's command knows the tale. I could go on, but, well, I'll just say it. If I may, sir, we need your help. Of course they do. Karamaran says, it's good, it's just not the best. Pally has the best, I think. That's generally accepted. Drakire says, still the worst, since you can't, can still die if the healers don't notice you hit Walking Dead. I guess that's fair. Like, you'd need the healers to be... I mean, if you're in like, you know, chat or something like that, it would make sense. But yeah, if they don't notice, it doesn't do much. Brennan says, some people say Warriors is the best because it's on the lowest cooldown. Interesting. We've a giant problem, sir. A band of them has taken to raiding caravans passing through different paths. Oh, wait. A band of them? Okay. A giant problem, like as in giants themselves? We think they may be planning to expand their territory. Lord Drillmont wants them gone, but you know how it is. Too much work for too few hands. We need at least 24 knights to clear them out safely. But now that you're here, sir, we have nothing to fear. Aye, while we create a distraction, you can slip past and put their leader down. Without him, they're sure to cut and run. So will you help us, sir? We beg you. We beg you. Thank you so much, sir. You won't forget this, or we won't forget this. Pray accompany me to the pass, sir. We can discuss the finer details of our plan there. No more, enough. Frey's disappointed. Where do we have to go? Or this way. Cameron says it doesn't automatically kill you anymore, even if you don't get to max HP during the Walking Dead phase. Wait, never mind. I'm mistaken. It absolutely does. So if you don't get healed, you just automatically die. Sounds unfortunate. The leader should be somewhere in the tunnel, sir. Once you are in position, we'll launch our attack. If all goes to plan, you should only have to contend with the leader and his guards. May the Fury guide and protect us. Fair enough. Boop, boop, doop, doop, boop, doo. Destination. Oh man. Let's put this on. I like how they wait for you to like be ready, kind of. Lovely. Is that all? All right. Oh, Iced Bun. Just like hiding in little corners. You're reminding the Ice Bun is like role playing as an Ascian here. Like they're just like following me, watching from the distance. It's great. Karaman says, if you're fighting though, it should give you the most. It should give you most of the healing you need, so it's not as dependent on your healer as it used to be. Oh, so because the Dark Knight heals themselves with a lot of their skills, is what you're saying? By the Fury, you really did it, and you made it look so easy. As for us, there were some injuries, but nothing serious. It was starting to look rather grim, actually, but the moment he fell, they sounded the retreat. It was an honor to fight with you, sir. You really are everything the bards say. Truth be told, I've been following your deeds for some time now, ever since you first came to White Brim Front. Your martial prowess is widely known, of course, but what I found truly inspirational was your compassion for the common man. How you risk your life without thought for fame or fortune. How the lowest among us could find a friend in you. Sir, sir! Is something wrong? It's Lord Drildemont, sir. He heard we were in the field with Seesaw and is demanding he come to Whitebrim front at once. Demanding? What is the meaning of this? Certain allegations have been made, sir. It would seem that he was observed conversing with the corpse in the broom. Not that anyone would ever believe such slander, of course. Oh, with Frey, eh? Interesting. Interesting. Cameron says, I hadn't thought of it that way, but that's definitely what I'm doing now. Oh my goodness, so he's going to be role-playing as an Ascian, eh? I don't see you, but I never do see the Ascian. You just need like a piano music somehow to like, whenever I do see you. I should warn you, sir, that some of these allegations were made by the Temple Knights. You may be asked to surrender your weapons. Alright, let's see what happens. Oh man. Haha, surrender your weapons. After what happened in Ul'dah, they must be mad. Pay attention, Seesaw. This could be the greatest moment of your life. That is, if you could stop denying the truth that's been staring you in the face since the moment we met. Say my name. Say it. My real name. Our real name. Come now, you knew Frey was dead from the beginning, but you didn't care. What? He's dead? You had a sword and soul crystal, but what you wanted was a mentor. A mentor with the gifts and knowledge, a dark knight who could guide you on the path, who could aspire to become. A man who was free to say and do things you would not. Even now, you continue to deny it. Well, deny me all you want. You can't deny what we have done. I have not been good for you. Wait, have I not been good for you? Have I not given you everything I promised? Did I not help you to hear the whispers of our very soul? Open your eyes. Look. Do you see now? Do you see? Oh my god, so the voice was just possessing a corpse? Everything up to now has been your story. So was it a different version of us that's talking? And that armor looks sick. And everything after now will be mine. Are we gonna fight ourselves? We sure are. Esteem. Alright. Let's... I feel like we're doing pretty well here. Oh man, it's got some bigger attacks though. Dark plasma, what is that? That doesn't look good. I mean, this isn't going too bad, so I'm feeling pretty good about this. I don't know if we should be killing the ads, though. I'm just kind of like leaving them be at the moment. Oh man, what is that? Oh no, it's happening. Oh man, should I have killed some ads? I feel like I shouldn't have let the ads get as out of control. Let's calm these down a bit. Oh, and there's anguish too. Wild. We have to kill anguish. Seems a lot like squishier. Esteem seems to be the big one here. Yeah, look at that. We're almost done that one. Did we do it? Hey, we did it. I'm so confused. Where'd that sword come from? Oh, was that our sword? It would seem I underestimated myself, but no matter. This is so wild. All right, what's the chat say? Farrell says, now we see what is going on. Farrell says, it was but a lalafell in a man suit. Northern says, this is the dark side, Seesaw, I asked you about. So this is like the dark side of our soul kind of thing, like our inner dark side. They have borne witness to the darkness within us, to what lies beneath the mask. Seesaw, listen to us. This is wild. Garamarin says that was his sword you knocked out of Dark Seesaw's hands. Oh, I see. That landed behind him. I'm with you. Thank you, Garamarin. Dakira says, so Frey is your dark emotion built up during ARR, especially the time when you were outcast for murder. Oh, interesting. Dakir says, if it is the side of you to wish not the Warrior of Light anymore. So the side of us that's upset that we're still doing... Yeah, because I guess if Frey was us the whole time, those were the things we wanted to say to those people, eh? Like, that's how we wish we could have responded instead of always being like, yes, of course, that's what we do. Interesting. Very interesting. Such a unique, like, take for an MMO quest chain. We will never forsake you, no matter what. We know who you are, Seesaw. We know, and so do you. Oh, the Lalafell emotions are so good. A fantastic display of willful ignorance. Wipe the slate clean, forgive and forget. Convince yourself that he can be controlled. The Warrior of Light, our weapon of light. It isn't too late, Seesaw. We can still be free. We're gonna hug. Embrace our dark side. Become friends. Seesaw? Look how sad the dark side is now. Patrick says, unique is Seesaw saying, I'm really enjoying this exceptional, this unexpectedly fun class quest. Yeah, no, it for sure is. Like, this is really cool. I think this is definitely a very fun twist. So, this is your answer. Listen to my voice. Listen to our heartbeat. Listen. Oh no, the slow hand raise. Is it going to be bad? Oh. Where are we now? If this is how it must be, then so be it. But know that when you tire of this charade, I shall be here, waiting to take the reins. You need only ask. Wow, that was super interesting. Karamaran says, note how his text box has your name now that you've worked out what he is. Oh, so the voice has like the name. I see, because it was us that was saying stuff. Patrick says the main writer of the Dark Knight class quest was promoted to the main story writer for Shadowbringers expansion. In other words, if you like this, buckle up. That's awesome. Very cool. Praise Halen, you were all right, sir. For a moment, we feared we'd lost you forever. Lord Drildamont made it clear that we will speak no more of what happened. Not that he had to ask, mind. As for your friend, I am told he will be interred with full rites. May his soul rest in peace. All right, let's see what we got here. I wonder who we go to then for like the next quest. Are you certain you'll be all right, sir? You seem a little... Never mind. Fare you well. There we go. Action learned. Very cool. All right, we got... What did we get? We got some sort of armor, eh? Oh man. I did not realize it was a whole set of armor. I'm gonna like... Oh, I can try it on. All right, let's see. Because I'm gonna have to like fix my inventory. I'll put this on. Okay, so this is... No, I like that a lot. Let's try the helmet on again. This is the same helmet then. This is what Frey had, right? I wish you could have like multiple pieces on. Very cool. No, I'll have to put that on. Farrell says, the Dark Knight job quest from 60 to 70 have been my favorite aside from the 30 to 50. Patrick says, I don't know if you have already done it, but a tiny blue reaction to the Shadowbringers trailer would be great. I do think I actually did it like way back when I was getting into Final Fantasy XIV, but I will do it again. I'll probably finish the Stormblood post patch story content, and then the very first thing I'll do before we enter Stormblood will be a reaction to that trailer. That's often what I've done with the past two expansions, so we will do that for sure. Northern says you can have multiple pieces on in the oh, you can. How did I try on? Do I have to like drag them over? Nope. Display. don't know how I put multiple pieces on. Garmarin says, I think it's just some level appropriate gear. Dark Knight doesn't have job specific gear. Well, it looks pretty cool. I'm a fan. You have to click the button in the middle of... Alright. Try on. Click the button. Okay. I'm gonna say that was not very like I don't know why I would think to do it that way, but there we go. I appreciate the there we go. There's the whole okay. That looks wonderful. It's a little bit boxy, but like it does look really cool. Display. Can I put my weapon? Oh, I can take my head out. Oh, let's look at that. No, it looks great. Very cool. And then where would, oh, so we start the next one here. But it is almost time, so I think we'll pause right here. I think this is a great spot. Because what level quest are we on now? We're on, I'm going to assume 52. Or is it right here? Oh, it's level 50 still. Well, we'll pause here. I'll probably be able to get some more levels between now and the next time we do some Dark Knight quests. I think doing a stream like this worked really well to do like a bunch of them in a row. So if you enjoyed that, let me know in the chat or the comments or whatever. But I think this is a great way to do the story quest because I feel like they were much more impactful than when I've done some of the other quests. Notably, I did the samurai job quests on my own, and I feel like just doing them during the stream makes it so that I take my time and really digest it. Plus, the chat is able to give me little point outs if I do miss something or something doesn't really click. For instance, if I don't remember a character that I met during ARR from 3 years ago. So no, I think this was a really fun way to do it, and I thank everyone for coming to the stream this morning. It's always fun doing one of these unplanned ones when you're kind of waiting to see if there's going to be a video and it's like, oh, it's a stream. So it's always exciting seeing how many people show up, which is awesome. Bruno says, it's boxy because you're a tiny potato. Thank you. No, it's fair. There's, you know, it is about the body shape as well. Bruno says, too much armor for a little body. Bruno says, see you. Thanks for coming, Bruno. Great to have you. I hope you enjoy your time re-entering the Final Fantasy world. Karaman says, yeah, this was great fun. Thanks for coming, Karaman. It's great to see you. Just, actually, are you watching me now? Yeah. Just like an Asian. Look at that. Just hiding away by the fire. Patrick says, thanks for doing what you do, Tiny Blue Games. Have a good weekend, Seesaw. Thank you so much. Thanks for making what I do a thing. If people didn't come and watch, it would fizzle out for sure, so I appreciate it. Farrell says, so what did you think when you found out who Freya was? I didn't expect it at all to be my character, which, you know, looking at who the Dark Knight is, maybe I should have figured that out, but I was expecting it to be just like a long, you know, like old Dark Knight that like travels to like new ones and like, I don't know, teaches them stuff. But I had no idea it was going to be our voice, and I had no idea that Frey was already dead. So it was a pretty good reveal. I think like it was a good twist. I wasn't expecting it. And if you can say you didn't expect something to happen in a MMO story, that's always a huge thing. And I think Final Fantasy of all the games does that the most, where you don't expect what they're going to do next. So I think that's a big win. But no, I'm excited to see what comes next. I'm excited to play Dark Knight throughout Shadowbringers. I think it's going to be a fun time. I'm still concerned about tanking, but we'll make it work for sure. But yeah, thanks for coming, everyone. Hopefully, Farrell says, tiny hints were dropped from 30 to 50 on who Frey was. Interesting. Like, I assume in kind of like the different chats I read, right? Like the different, when we were kind of attuned and like getting those text boxes, right? I did not pick up on any of those. The signs were all there. Not that I spotted any of them either when I first did it. It's probably fun to watch someone like experience it for the first time with not knowing anything. Like, and you're like, oh, they don't know. So I think that's cool. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you in the next stream. Thanks.